Okay, we're going to make eggplant, crab, and shrimp casserole. And first you peel and boil down your eggplants. I cut mine in quarters. That way, when you boil it, it'll cook more evenly. So what you're going to do is boil your eggplants down in a little water. Boil down until they become tender, and put you a couple of bay leaves in your water. Okay, so while that's boiling down in a little bay leaf water, salt and pepper, you're going to cook down your Louisiana seasoning mix, Creole seasoning mix. I call it cut up. And that's the celery, the onions, the bell peppers, and stuff like that. And you cook it down, saute it down in unsalted butter, because you're gonna put breadcrumbs in this, and the breadcrumbs and the seasoning is salty, so you don't wanna add more salt than what we have to. Okay, depending on how big of a casserole you're going to make, how many eggplants you use will determine how much of the cut up you're going to use. I never measure anything, I always just play it by ear. So this is going to be a mid-sized casserole, so I'll use at least half of this little container. Okay, when we saute down the shrimp, we're going to put a little Tony's in there, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and a little Old Bay spice. And don't be scared of the pepper. You know who that goes out to. And then we'll cook that down till they're all nice and almost done pink. A good pink color. You don't want them all the way done, because it still has to cook in the oven, and you don't want to dry it out. Okay, like I said, this is a medium-sized eggplant casserole. So when I saute down my shrimp and I put my spices in there, on the Old Bay, yeah, we're putting cologne up in here, but anyway, you put that Old Bay spice. Use about a capful, depending on the size. This is medium, so I use a capful. If I was making like a double thing of whatever, I use 2. And if I was making a small, a half. So anyway, this gives it a little zest. No Old Spice, Old Bay. Okay, our saute is coming along. Like our cut up. You gotta stir. And then here's our shrimp. They're starting to turn pink. And you see the water that's coming from the shrimp? After they cook down, almost, not all the way done, we're going to drain those in a colander, and we're going to take that water off, because you don't want that in your eggplant stuff, you know what I'm saying? So let that cook a little bit more. We're going to turn the stove off and let it cook down on this. This ain't started boiling yet, but it'll soon be. Okay, somebody's doing something over here. But anyway, Carol. Alright, so we're going to let that ball up. Finish this right here. And we're getting it, girl. We're getting it. Okay, we turned this down a little bit because this has come up to a boil. And we're going to just let those cook nice and tender. Okay. We don't want them mushy, but you want them nice and tender. We turned our cut up off. Okay. That's all nice and cooked down. And we're going to put that and with the shrimp. Alright, right there. Girl, I got a sink load of friggin' dishes. Look at there. Making a video with the dirty kitchen. Okay, so this is boiling down. It's almost getting to the doneness or consistent. Oh, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's starting to come down here. See, it's starting to fall down. And when they completely fall down, that's when you know they're done. And then you're going to mash them up. Okay, while the eggplant is cooking down, turn the stove off. It's almost done. Pull it off the fire there. You're gonna shake up your pep milk, because all the good stuff is at the bottom. Okay, we need a little pep milk, evaporated milk, whatever you want to call it. Call it pep milk. After all, I'm feeding my pet. So there we go. Okay, so you're gonna drain the eggplant, and in the colander with a mashed potato masher, you're gonna mash those up. Okay, mash them up. Nice. Easy. You don't want them like completely mashed, but just enough. Now, and we're gonna put this in there with the shrimp and the cut up. Right, so we got the eggplant, the shrimp, and the cut up all in here. And we're gonna put our crab meat in there. And this has got a little water, so we're gonna drain that before we put it in there, okay? And by the way, that's the crab meat that I picked, not Mike, me. It took me like 2 hours to pick all that. And after you add your crab meat, then this is the goodies. Okay, we're going to, let's start with our cheeses. We're going to put some taco blend in there, and then we're going to put this fancy shredded Mexican on top. And in there with the taco blend, just regular Parmesan spaghetti cheese right there. Okay, then we're going to add our pep milk and our breadcrumbs, Italian. Okay, then we're going to put a little Worcestershire sauce in there. Usually with the cut up, I put whole garlic, but I didn't have none, so we're going to put a little more garlic powder in there, a little bit more Tony's, a little bit more Old Bay, and some good old pepper. No salt, because this is salty enough. And if he wants more salt, he can sprinkle some afterwards. But anyway, don't be scared of using the... Here's the almost finished project, eggplant, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to, again, put it in the oven. And then we're going to take it out, and we're going to show you when we get it finished what it looked like. And while that's doing that, I'll be cleaning up all that mess. Alright, so I got everything cleaned up, washed, and all that good jazz. So now it's time to check on our casserole. Okay, Lord, the steam. Anyway, it's cooking in there. The cheese is done melted. So we're going to let it crust up a little bit around the edges, a little slightly on the top, and it'll be ready. And now I'm cooking some macaroni and cheese, and then I'll be finished. Okay, so our water's coming to a boil for the macaronis and cheese. And I'm not going to go into detail on how to make macaronis and cheese. Y'all know how to do that. Macaroni noodles, some more butter, some more pep milk and Velveeta. And then for the topping for the steaks, Mike's downstairs grilling steaks. That's why I gotta get the show on the road here. We're gonna make some onion and mushroom topping for our steaks. couple of mushrooms, onions, some more butter. That's 4 sticks of butter. 1 in the casserole. Where's the third one? That's 1, 2, 3. I'm missing a stick of butter. 1 for the macaroni, 1 for the shit there, and then 1 for the cut up for the casserole. Anyway, probably a blessing. That's why me and Mike's got the fat ass that we got. All this butter, all that pet milk, and sometimes that half and half and heavy whip. But anyway, I'm gonna put this all together, show y'all the casserole is coming along, and we'll see you next time in Wheezy's Kitchen. Okay, this is my steak topping, and damn spoon somewhere. And a little parsley, give it color. My mama always said parsley doesn't have no taste. Okay, Mama always said no taste of parsley, that's just for appearance. And I got my onions, my mushrooms, salt and pepper, some garlic pepper. Some pepper, garlic. I'll let that down. You know, I still ain't found that butter. I don't know what that other stick went to. But we're going to cook this down and let it caramelize. My water's coming up to boil with my butter in it for my noodles. And I'm going to cut up the Velveeta. I'm going to use a half a box. My pet milk, melt my butter, put that in there with some salt and pepper. And I promise, this is going to be my last time. Except for when I show you the finished casserole in the oven. Okay. Got me a glass of tea. Taking a smoke break. Waiting on the noodles. Then I'm going to put all these little mini videos together and present one and put it up and share with y'all. I had to do this, but every time I put pepper in food, I think about it. That and boiling eggs and peeling them. But just some pepper and a little salt. And this macaroni. Okay, here we go. My onions and mushrooms are done. My macaroni is done. And look, all that pepper, you can't even see it. And then this is my eggplant casserole. It's done. Now I'm just waiting on Mike and the steaks. And we're good as gold. We're going to eat and we're going to lay up on our fat ass and watch the Saints game. Y'all have a good one. This is straight from Wheezy's Kitchen to yours. Hope y'all enjoy.